Now, as we continue to describe our distribution with numbers, there's more ways we can look at this data. And measuring spread. Spread is how far apart the data is. One way to use it to measure spread is to look at the range. That's the difference between the largest and the smallest observations. So you find those two values and subtract them, and that's your range. The percentile is the value such that p% of the observations fall at or below that particular value. Now I'll do an example of each of these. If I want to find the range in the stem plot, the maximum is 94, the minimum is 53, and so if I subtract those, I get 41. So the range is equal to 41. Now if I want to find what percentile has of classroom has 83 students, 83 is right here, and the definition of percentile said how many data points are at or below. So at or below, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 out of how many data points there are? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 9 out of 15. If I find this percent, that's 60%. So this value is the 60th percentile. You see a lot of percentiles when with standardized testing or heights and weight charts. Um, it's a very common way to describe your place among a bunch of other data pieces. Now, be very careful with your use of the word range in statistics. If you say the range goes from 40 to 50, that's not a correct uh, method of using the word range in this class. Range specifically is a number. So in that one case, our range was 41. That the range refers to a number, not a span of numbers. So outside of statistics class, you can use it like that, but not in our statistics class. All right, now quartiles 1 and quartiles 3, we've already talked about that with our box plots, but that's like the median of the first half of numbers. So, so you arrange them, you find your median, and then from that you find your first quartile in the first chunk and your third quartile in the second chunk. And then from that we do our 5-number summary, which we've already talked about and you should have done extensively last year. Now if we want to write the 5-number summary below, what we have to do, we have a minimum of 53. You have a maximum of 94. We can cross them out to get to the middle. And now our middle is 72. And since we have 72 used, now we don't use that for the first or last part. So it looks like 68 will be our quartile 1, and our quartile 3 is 85. Is this accurate? All right, now let's try to find this 5-number summary for the class sizes below. These are the number of students in a freshman biology course. We know that the minimum is 53. That's terribly written. Now let's find the median in Q1. So if we have the bottoms, then these ones, those are out. One more out. Those are out. Those are out. Those are out. And so 79 seems to be the middle, with the maximum being 94. Now another way of finding it, if the data set's much bigger than this, is you count up the data pieces 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And if I divide by 2, that means there will be at 7.5. So there's 7 on one side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 on the other side, and that's the one in the middle. Now, since we are using 79, we don't use it on the previous ones. So we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's count out 3, 3.5. So that one, 69, is going to be our Q1. 1, 2, 3. 87 is going to be our Q3. And here is our 5-number summary. All right. Now, with this data set over here, I want you to find the 5-number summary and the percentile of number of Santiago tortoises that were reintroduced. Good luck.